Who would have known that going back to school to obtain your master's degree in finance would make you so doggone unemployable? I know for myself that when I got my bachelor's degree in human services, I really hit the ground running because that is truly a field where people are needed, and it's a field where I believe that you can always find work. So when I went back for my degree in finance, I figured it would be the same thing because we always need money. We always need to learn how to save. We always need to learn how to pay off our debts, pay our bills. And a lot of us want to travel because, we don't feel that we have been placed on earth just to work and pay bills. Since I have obtained my master's degree in finance, I have found that I have received more rejections than ever before in my life. The work that I used to do in the nonprofit realm was more recently, it was more vocational work. And those types of jobs have really been decreased in Connecticut. So I figured this was a great time after being laid off. I figured it was a great time to go back to school and to obtain my master's degree in a field that I had always been interested in. I had always wanted to be an accountant when I was younger, but I had some friends, well, if that's what you call them, but they pretty much had talked me out of that, saying that I would be boring, I'd have a boring life, or whatever else they said about it, which kind of discouraged me from chasing after that goal. So I went to the next best thing, which was an area where I could help people. And because there were so many issues around me with my friends and with my family, I figured why not learn the different skills that would be needed to help those around me as well as those whom I don't know yet, just so that everyone has like an outlet and a safe place, to receive help, to receive support, and to receive direction. So I did that for about 15 years. And if you're in the social work field and you know how taxing that work can be, and I was pretty much burnt out even before I had my daughter. However, I had my daughter later in life, after I'm working for lots of years, and I'm thinking, well, I'm pretty much situated. But then a lot of things started to change with funding for these different programs that people need. And although I had moved on to a position that was my best paying position since I had entered into the social work field, I had gotten laid off. And actually, everybody who worked on my team at this particular agency, as well as about 30 other people, had gotten laid off. So I have found it extremely hard to get back up and rebuild and to move forward since I've been laid off. So I've had a lot of different contract positions and temp work and per diem and even, some entrepreneurial things that I'm doing on my own, freelance positions, as well as even driving Uber and Lyft. And we know that over the past couple of years, there have been a lot of different things that have happened to Uber drivers or with Uber drivers or Lyft drivers, and even their customers that has been deemed unsafe. So my family asked me to stop driving. So, understandably so. So I finish and I get my degree, and I'm extremely ecstatic, and I'm looking forward to moving into a position where I can really utilize, my skills with working with people, but also my money management skills and things of that nature. I've always been a numbers person. I mean, it is what it is. But the amount of doors slammed in my face is really, really unreasonable, I think. I understand that it's very competitive, but this is nuts. Like, and you would think that when you go to school and you pay for this education, you pass with good high honors, and you also have experience, you would think that once you're done with your education that you would be like at the top of the list, and that's not always the case. And so then, like, it becomes a situation where you're questioning, like, did I spend too much money on my education? Because my work status won't even compare to what I paid to go to school. Like my salary right now, oh my God. Like I'm really grateful to have had some, money, emergency fund money. But as that is running out, I sit around and I think about where the heck is this job? Like, why aren't these places calling me? What is going on? And because I used to do vocational work for a living, I know what is required. I know how to put together my resume, my cover letter, even a thank you letter if I have an interview. But what's going on in the meantime? Like, I'm really, really, and truly confused. So, I guess today is just going to be the start of how I document what I'm going to be doing so I can get to the point where I can be financially stable, where I can attain a competitive salary, and where I can really be financially free. And this is really a faith walk for me because of how things have been for the past 2 years. So I'd like for you guys to take this journey with me.